In this video you're going to see how we restored this photograph and then how we recreated the same shot more than 80 years later. G'day and welcome to Forgotten Tasmania. I'm John Stevenson. This photo is more about the town hall and the general post office because the CML building is just on the edge of the shot and hardly visible. But I'd assumed this photo was taken from the CML building. And it looks like Pop's car, so I'd associated the photo with him. We've got plenty of photos of the CML building from different angles, but this one's really special to me. I like the photos when there's a clock in the shot to give us the time. From the shadows, weather, clothing and so on, we get a date, or something close to a date. They built the CML building in 1937, and there's a Navy ship in port, so this is pre-war, about 1937 to 1939. It's a weekday as there's activity on the streets, and the photo next to this one is dated 1937, from the Mercury newspaper stand on the GPO corner. I've made the mistake of calling those objects on the top of the building gargoyles, but I only made that mistake once. It was my great supporter, the late Stephen Atkinson, who pulled me up and said no, they're grotesques, because gargoyles have water going through them. To recreate the shot, I reckon we need to get up on that balcony up there. My friends at Divine Realty got us up there. The balcony is off a private office, so we needed special permission. There are 4 grotesques visible in the photo, which should have rung alarm bells. How do you get 4 in shot from that balcony? So we scouted the balcony and found out how. You don't. It's an impossible angle. What we did see from the balcony was the slightly different wall colour, and we realised the photo must have been taken from the roof next door at 22 Elizabeth Street. But that doesn't exist now. The facade remains, but it's got a new building. Luckily there's a mezzanine roof, but being a different building we will need a different managing agent to get us on that roof. Fate intervened and I got a call from Knight Frank about the Beaumaris property. They happened to be the managing agents for the ANZ Centre at 22 Elizabeth Street, so I stretched my luck and asked for a second favour, which they were happy to do. That got us up on the roof. We had to pick our day and access the roof by another private office, but we got there. We also lucked a cruise ship in port and the right time on the clock. But we can't get far enough out from the building to get the perfect angle. The roof must have changed, or maybe Pop didn't regard his own safety as much as we do. After Jim finished our recreation shot, I noticed there's a small section of decoration in the middle of the roof, and it sticks out a bit more. So I step out there and poke my camera out to the edge, and yes, I can see 4 grotesques. But the angle's all wrong. We'll have to be happy with the shot we have. The good news is it's open house weekend and the CML building will be open to the public, so I'll be getting in there and I'll get all the history and backstory, and you'll see that in the next episode. Catch you then. Cheers!